Representatives. So some of you may have been travelers. Did anybody go to Iowa or Wisconsin here? Yeah. So those are the kinds of things that we want to organize. But the other thing is that Trump has his 100-day plan, but it can't happen unless, at least as of right now, if he doesn't get 60 votes in the Senate. Now, even if they do what they call the nuclear option and change that to only, to a majority, we would only need to get a couple of Republicans to go the other way. And believe me, there are a couple of Republicans who are not going to go along with their horrifying, frightening, dangerous plans. And that would include, for example, I hope, the confirmation of Jeff Sessions, who is, a bigot, a homophobe, racist. We simply cannot have that.
But how do we get to those Republicans? How do we say to Lindsey Graham, you're not just representing South Carolina, we need you to represent the country?
Well, first of all, I think that, we need to focus both on Trump, but we do need to mobilize all over the country, and including here, to communicate with these senators who, have a possibility of going with it. By the way, Orrin Hatch said he's not for eliminating the filibuster. And so I think there may be a number who, because they're institutionalists, are not interested in doing that.
The energy of mobilizing should be formed from globally and individually. Like Black Lives Matter is related to global warming as a form of violence. Anti-violence is the way forward.
Yes.
If all these coalitions, people with problems, come together, there's a commonality in all interfaces.
Exactly.
Interfaces with violence.
Exactly.
Now, if you can use that energy, and you should use it individually. The problem, each like Black Lives Matter, you approach it individually, but globally. Those people that are in Black Lives Matter should march against global warming.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
This is the issue.
No. I think we see more than ever the fact that we're all in this together,
right.
And that all of these issues absolutely are interconnected. We may have to do some triage. For example, if they start deporting people, and by the way, you are standing in a sanctuary city, and the city of Chicago is a sanctuary city that will not allow law enforcement to enforce immigration law and report people. So we also need to try and get more and more cities to become sanctuary cities. But there may be some triage that we have to do. But it all needs to be under one banner. I want to say one other thing. We need also to reach out to people who didn't vote for Hillary Clinton, even though she had probably what's going to amount to, when all the ballots come in California, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they haven't counted them all yet, but that she will have the largest margin of the popular vote of anybody who has not won the presidency. But there are a lot of people who voted for Trump who have legitimate grievances with the economy that hasn't worked for us, with wages that haven't gone up for such a long time. And we do need to reach out to those people. They are not all racist, in spite of the racism of Donald Trump and the people around him. They just felt like, let's turn over the apple cart. I mean, that was a bad judgment on their part, and they will see that soon. They will see it soon. He cannot deliver for them. Do you think for a minute he's going to be able to go to West Virginia and talk to those miners and say, oh, well, now all the mines are open? Of course that's not going to happen. And even his so-called infrastructure plan is really a giveaway to large contractors. It's not really even a jobs program that they want to do. And so there will be a lot of Larry Suffredin, let's get elected officials in. You want to go in?
No.
No. Yay for Larry. Yay for Larry. Wants to be with the people outside.
This is a teachable moment.
This is a teachable moment.
How
yes.
do you?
Right.
This has been the problem, though. People get all worked up in reaction. People get very excited during election season. People have
This
nothing
is,
happens.
you know what,
in
this is an election season.
It should
And
be,
we
right.
have to defeat Bruce Rauner in the next election. Elections are basically all the time. This is
But you don't get information to people. We people who want the. I mean, people who seek it out will read. Those people in West Virginia have no idea, and it can get blamed on the Democrats during the way because the information, without it being complicated, just doesn't get conveyed
We
all
can
the
do
time.
this. We can do this. We can win.
better.
We can defeat the kind of racism and Islamophobia and the kind of homophobia and anti-Semitism that we have seen fostered.
Because we have no choice.
We have no
We have no
choice.
choice.
Thank you. We have no choice.
And
But to
misinformation.
save our country, and we can do this. Yes.
Can your office help the people that are organizing the phone campaigns prioritize which are the most important?
Yes. Yes.
That's what
I mean,
we want to
yes,
campaign
that-
now to
yes.
just the next
Right.
2-3 weeks, so these people are not approved.
Okay,
And that's what we need right now.
That really is the point of this organizing meeting. I'm so regretful that you can't get in, but it's not. That's what it is. I mean, this form is really important. By the way, we made that one in blue as opposed to, so we know who didn't get in,
so we know who
so that we can make sure that we especially
You just need
pay
to fill it
attention
out.
to,
What is
to
it
that.
that you're doing?
It's just where you can decide if you wanted to sign up for it.
Start with signs, really good signs.
We need to talk more than that. Yes, yes. Go
Somebody
ahead.
live Facebook wants to go inside?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We've already asked. People been running.
Anyone over 80, I think I'm going to let you. Okay. I got to go in. Yeah.
Thanks everybody for coming.
Thanks, Dan.
Yes, I'm sorry everybody that you can't get in. The church is overfull because we just have too much energy here, and we'll do it. Jana's gonna reach out to you if you fill out the blue thing.
Will the next thing be soon?
Yeah, the next thing will be soon. You know, the Democratic Party of Evanston is meeting on
Dan, thanks.
December 5th. Thank you. And we're going to give you an update about what Bruce Rauner is doing. We're going to give you an update about what Trump is doing. And we're going to fight them all. So thank you so much.
Officials out here.
And you don't have to be